We're here tonight at Brennan Theaters watching The Hitman's Bodyguard. When I first saw the preview of this, I thought maybe this was one of those attempts to like remake The Bodyguard with Kevin Costner. No, not even close. Movie is f***ing funny, dude. Oh my god, like when you sit down and watch it and just kind of the way it's like playing out, you know, and you're like, oh, okay, and then shit hits the fan, you're like, oh wow, shock value. And then it cuts, you know, to a little later, and then more shock value. And I noticed with this movie, it gave you, here's the problem, now we're gonna squabble a little bit. Okay, what can we do now? Let's take that and go up to another level. They squabble a little bit, and so on and so forth. Before long, you get to the very end of the movie, and you're just like, oh my god. Ryan Reynolds is the funniest man alive. Samuel Jackson is one of the most badass men. And when you put super funny and badass together, the way that they can actually play off of each other, where you've got comedic dude, badass dude, they're doing this, and then badass dude becomes funny, and comedic guy becomes a bit of a badass. Great mix. Everything flowed and meshed very well together. It wasn't like it was one of those movies, kind of like that movie Cop Out with Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan, where it was very forced. Not with this.
I was excited to see this movie because the trailer looked hilarious. It did not disappoint at all. This movie was hilarious. Not only was it hilarious and laugh out loud funny and many times during the movie, but they did things that I was not expecting. So obviously this story covers and follows Samuel L. Jackson's character and then Ryan Reynolds' character protecting him. What I didn't expect was them to develop those characters so well. I mean, they really developed those characters. You learn about them, you learn who they are and what they're there for and their thoughts and their philosophies, and you learn a lot about who they are, and it makes the story that much better because you care and you're invested in the outcome of the story. Plus, it was really intelligently written. Granted, it's a lot of high action, but the storyline that goes through it, while the base storyline is a pretty cliche, they did not handle it cliche like they could have. They could have just made it, you know, bad guy, they're rushing to get there, etc., but they didn't. They put little things in there and little reveals you'll see as you go through the movie that I thought were really good.
I want to see Logan Lucky, but I'm glad I saw this one instead. Samuel Jackson, Ryan Reynolds, their chemistry was the highlight of this movie, no question about it, and I knew it would be. I had a feeling just by watching the trailer, this is gonna be good. This is Deadpool meets Mace Windu. You doesn't get any better than that. Gary Oldman playing the primary villain in this, also playing a Russian. I have not seen him play a Russian since Air Force One, and there were actually several parallels between his character in this movie and in Air Force One. I won't give too much away. This guy is an underrated actor. I'm amazed he hasn't won any Academy Awards yet. And if he has, it's my mistake, but as far as I know, he hasn't actually won any. I know he's been nominated. I don't remember which movies, but I really hope that he gets more roles like this, because he just, like, as Nick has told me earlier, he's like a chameleon. He's like Daniel Day-Lewis. Him and Daniel Day-Lewis have very similar techniques in what they do with their acting craft.
The violence was amazing. And it wasn't like it was over-the-top violence either. It's just, you know, when you take a headshot, love it. And all the motherfuckers, dude. Oh, man. Cinema Sins, when they do this, they better do like a bonus round for motherfucker count. Every other thing was motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. Couldn't stop laughing.
It's one of those movies where the end of the movie doesn't really justify a second, like a sequel, but I kind of want to see a sequel. Like, I want to see more of these characters. They were so fun. And the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson was amazing. Yeah, it left me really happy, and being sick and having a lot of stuff going on in life right now, this is the kind of movie that you need when you're having a bad time. Because you walk in, you know, kind of going, oh god, life's exhausting, and you walk out with a giant smile on your face. That is a big thumbs up for me, because I look at movies as being an escape. I look at movies as something where you can get your mind off of life for a while and live somewhere else. And this movie is so fun and so funny that you just kind of fall into it, and right when you strap in for the ride at the beginning and all the way to the end, you're just lost in the movie.
This is one of the few action movies I've seen, other than Fast and the Furious, where action and character development go hand in hand and are very well balanced with each other. And this is a little bit like James Bond. You have a boat chase, you have car chases, you have helicopter chases, through country, through cities. The sound, however, in the beginning, I felt the dialogue and the sound effects were not properly balanced. I barely could hear what they were saying in the beginning. The music was a little loud. I barely could hear Ryan Reynolds talking. So that was one of my issues with the sound in the beginning. The rest of the movie was fine. The action was fine. Any visual effects, and there were some of the explosions you could tell were CGI, but this isn't a visual effects heavy movie, so that wasn't the primary thing. It wasn't like Star Wars. Samuel Jackson is like in his mid to late 60s, but the guy can still kick ass. He looks like he's in his late 40s.
The movie's not going to win no Academy Awards or anything like that. It's not like it's one of those, oh my god, life-changing movies, but it is very entertaining. It's very worth the watch. It's very well written, very well directed. I also noticed too, several scenes had like a soft glow to it. Certain aspects of it just had this interesting design with it. And I was like, that's very eye-catching. A lot of fun, a lot of comedy. There's depth, believe it or not, in a comedy that's kind of senseless. There's actually character depth and kind of some payoffs in the movie. I appreciate that.
So I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. This is what I look for in a comedy. If anybody's doing a comedy with high action and they're looking for a movie to kind of take points from, this is it. I feel that even the cliche moments were fantastic. And if you can pull that off, you won. I mean, that's what we're looking for. So even before the movie, they had a little piece where the director spoke to the audience, you know, one of those little bumpers. Even that was freaking hilarious. So from the beginning, even before the beginning, to the end, just absolutely hilarious.
So out of 10, I'm going to give this a 9. The reason I don't give it a full score is because no movie's perfect. There you go. And that's that.
For entertainment reasons, action, and all that stuff, I gotta give this movie a 10 out of 10. It's literally a movie, if you're just kind of down or you just kind of want something entertaining and funny, go watch this. You love Samuel L. and all the motherfuckers, go watch this. You like Ryan Reynolds and his persona of shit, go watch this. It's what it is. And you're probably thinking, well, 10 out of 10 must be that good. It was that good. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Especially because some parts of the movie almost felt kind of video game-ish, where it's like when you're playing a game, and you've got your cover fire, and it's like, there's your dudes you gotta kill them, and then you systematically do it, and then more guys come in. All the bad guys are dressed kind of the same, you know? So that's what this was. I really enjoyed it. This is gonna be on my shelf. I'm going to buy this on Blu-ray. Go ahead and like this video and favorite it. Hit that subscribe button, because when you do, you get more movie reviews like this, plus throwback reviews. Don't worry, they're coming back. And remember, guys, you heard it here at the source, motherfucker.